Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
The Earth's magnetic field acts like a protective bubble around our planet, shielding us from harmful radiation from the sun. It is shaped like a teardrop with the tail extending in the direction opposite to the sun. Although it does indeed protect the whole planet, it is not entirely uniform throughout the planet. And now it appears that over South America and the southern Atlantic Ocean, an extremely weak spot which had started to develop a few years ago is widening in the Earth's protective magnetic field. In this video, we're going to talk about what is called the South Atlantic Anomaly, or SAA, which allows charged particles from space to come closer to the Earth's surface than they normally would. My name is Sandhya Ramesh and this is Pure Science. Earth's magnetic field is what makes everything on this planet run. It is what is able to protect our planet from harmful radiation, helping life survive. It helps preserve atmosphere around the planet and also holds in liquid water. We know all this not just from evidence observing the dynamics of these systems, but we can also tell by comparing with other planets. We know that Mars, for example, did have a magnetic field after it formed, but it eventually lost this magnetic protection. When Mars had its magnetic field, it also had an atmosphere and liquid water on the surface in the form of large water bodies. It's likely that Mars was habitable then, but whether it had life, we do not know yet. Because Mars is so small, it also cooled much rapidly after formation as compared to Earth. Just like Earth's rotating outer core, inside of the Earth, we have an inner core and an outer core, and the outer core, which consists of molten iron and nickel and rock, spins and rotates around the inner core. Just like the Earth's rotating outer core, Mars also used to have one, which also created a geodynamo effect like we have on Earth, leading to the presence of a magnetic field around Mars. But at some point, as Mars cooled rapidly about 2 billion years ago, the outer core of the planet also cooled and stopped spinning, and the magnetic field vanished. It did not vanish entirely. It is still present in wisps in some parts of the planet, but it is not enough to offer any kind of protective effect at all. As soon as this magnetosphere disappeared, ionized particles and radiation from the sun in the form of solar wind as well as from cosmic rays started to hit Martian atmosphere, slowly stripping it away in a process called Jeans escape. And once all of the atmosphere vanished, there was no planet-wide thermal regulation, and Mars could no longer retain liquid water on its surface. Life also cannot survive in conditions like that, or at least life as we understand it at this moment. However, what's happening over the Atlantic Ocean is not as dramatic as that. Between the areas of South America and Southwest Africa over the Atlantic Ocean, a region of lower magnetic intensity is developing and has been doing so for a few years. This spot is the weakest spot in Earth's magnetic field. What's happening here is that the innermost Van Allen radiation belt is dipping down into the atmosphere to an altitude of 200 kilometers. Van Allen belts are concentric belts of charged particles that surround the Earth. These charged particles are captured by our magnetic fields when they come from the sun in the form of solar wind or come via cosmic rays. We have two Van Allen belts that are concentric, the inner and the outer one, although there are temporary transient ones that do form and then get deformed and disappear constantly. These belts extend outward and they are toroidal in shape, which basically means that they are like two donuts that begin from the Earth and surround it. These belts extend from 640 kilometers above the surface normally all the way up to 58,000 kilometers from the surface, which is about 1/7 or 1/8 the distance to the moon. NASA had launched in 2012 two robotic probes called the Van Allen probes, which studied these belts, so we understand the structure of the Van Allen belts in quite some detail. The dipping of these belts by over 200 kilometers to 200 kilometers over the surface is a huge magnetic anomaly. The cause for this anomaly developing can be narrowed down to two factors. One is, of course, the source of our magnetic field, which is our spinning outer core, and the other is the tilt of our magnetic axis. The magnetic dipole axis of the Earth, which is different from the rotational axis, which we know is tilted at 23.5 degrees, the magnetic dipole axis is the one that indicates the geomagnetic north and south. It is tilted about 11 degrees from our rotational axis, and the dipole essentially acts as a hypothetical giant bar magnet on Earth. Now we know magnet poles attract oppositely. The north is attracted to another magnet south. But if a magnet is allowed to rotate freely, it aligns with the Earth's north magnetic pole. But two north poles repel. The North Pole should technically be attracted to a South Pole, and this is the reason why we say that the Earth's geomagnetic North Pole, the physical location, is technically the South Pole of the Earth's magnetic field. That is why all magnets' North Poles align in this direction. But the problem with the Earth's dipole is that unlike a perfect bar magnet, Earth's magnetic field, it's not aligned perfectly and it's not even stable. As the motion of Earth's outer core changes over time, the magnetic field fluctuates too, causing ripples in it. This also leads to both the magnetic dipole tilt as well as the actual poles moving physically over time. The Earth's magnetic North Pole is currently over the Ellesmere Island in Canada, but is now moving away from North America and is shifting towards Siberia. This is different from just the Earth's physical North Pole, which is the North Pole of the Earth's rotational axis. And then there are the physical properties of the Van Allen belts themselves. The particles, the charged particles in the Van Allen radiation belts travel along the magnetic field lines from pole to pole. However, when a very strong storm of particles from the Sun reaches the Earth, the Van Allen belts can become highly energized. This then can lead to the magnetic field becoming deformed, allowing charged particles to penetrate the atmosphere. It also shows that the dipole field in the region is indeed weakening. This weakening will not be without consequence, even though it is not really dangerous to anything on the surface of the Earth. This region is now dangerous for low Earth orbit satellites to travel through. LEO, or low Earth orbit satellites, orbit anywhere from 200 kilometers to 2000 kilometers from the surface. These satellites will now be exposed to much higher doses of radiation than they were built for as they travel through the SAA region. This can lead to not just instrument damage from radiation exposure, but also loss of data. As a result, to prevent this, satellite operators now are typically turning off non-essential components as satellites pass through this region, and many do. The International Space Station also passes through the SAA region. Although it is very well protected for humans, some instruments on board the ISS that are positioned on the outside could still get damaged or lose data. The SAA anomaly is now very slowly traveling in a northwest direction as it expands. The slowly splitting dent in the magnetic field, which NASA is describing as a pothole in space, is actually being monitored by many institutions and people, including NASA. Scientists are also modeling it now to understand it well and ensure a safe future for our satellites, for humans in space, and for all of our electronics and telecommunication devices here on Earth. We here at The Print hope you found this video and all of our Pure Science series informative and helpful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and subscribe to The Print to support good quality journalism.